So yesterday I was on my little mountain run behind my house. I was probably 4 miles into it at least. And all of a sudden out in the trail, this bobcat shoots out and runs ahead of me for about 3 seconds. And I sped up a little bit, but the bobcat was vastly faster than I am. And that was neat. I mean, I love to have encounters like that. Like if you get to see a bear or some other unusual animal. I feel like that's a blessing because it doesn't happen very often. So anyways, today I was thinking, well, what does that mean? It must have some deep intrinsic meaning that I ran across a bobcat on my run. And there's two different schools of thought, right? The first school of thought is that life is empty and meaningless. And I appreciate that school of thought. I think that's deep and powerful because in the first place, all the meaning that we attach to everything in our lives is just the meaning that we attach to everything in our lives, and intrinsically nothing means anything. And then there's a second school of thought, which is everything is deeply connected and synchronistic, and everything has to do with everything else. There are no mistakes. Everything's in a perfect alignment. Everything is collaborating with each other. And I think both of those schools of thought are true. I think life is empty and meaningless, and the only meaning that there is to any event or anything that happens in your life, like what does it mean when my checking account is filling up with money so quickly every week? Or what does it mean when my checking account is empty? I mean, just your checking account is filling up or your checking account is empty. It doesn't have any intrinsic meaning other than the one that you give to it. But I think that there's something powerful in looking at the synchronicity of everything going on. I think there's a powerful opportunity to see that everything in life is connected to everything else. And I think there is an ongoing powerful synchronicity to everything going on in my life and in everyone else's life. And most of the time I don't see the synchronicity unless I'm looking for it. And most of the time I don't appreciate the power and the opportunity and the blessedness of the synchronicity unless I take a moment to attach a meaning to this event or this synchronicity. And if I take the time to choose to attach a meaning, one that I've made up, that actually has some power in it for me. So I Googled, well, what's the symbolic meaning of a bobcat? And the bobcat is a solitary hunter, and he's very patient, and he takes his time. And so, according to this Google search, the symbolic meaning of a bobcat crossing your path could be, if you choose that meaning, it could be that it's time for me to be patient. It's time for me to be solitary. It's time for me to be alone and withdraw from the public life, public world so much, to some extent, and be alone and quiet like the solitary bobcat hunter. And I like that because it's powerful for me. It actually speaks to where I am right now. I'm spending a lot of time reading and studying and preparing as I move into this new career chapter of my life. And I do feel like the bobcat. It's like, okay, I need some time alone. I notice that I hate being alone. And the idea of being single and alone makes me go crazy. But it's where I'm supposed to be. Exactly where I am right now is where I'm supposed to be. I do need quiet time to do the work that I'm doing. I'm studying with a number of different coaches. I am reading some different sources. I'm writing, I'm shooting videos. I am developing myself as a speaker and a facilitator and a coach. And as I do that at this moment in time, it's a solitary journey. The reason why I know it's a solitary journey is because I look around and I'm kind of by myself in my home life at the moment. Of course, I do have contact with a bunch of other people on the journey or who are guides and coaches for me. I'm actually going to a men's circle tonight, so I'm not really alone, but there is an aspect to loneness and solitary activity and being quiet within myself that's key. I'm starting to ramp up my meditation practice. That's becoming more important to me, or at least I'm seeing the importance of it. And I'm seeing the importance of being quiet and listening and observing all that's going on around me and taking everything that happens and anyone who shows up as a synchronistic opportunity to attach a meaning that's going to be powerful for me because I choose to do that. So it was fun. I don't know if fun is the right word. It was synchronistic to have the Bobcat cross my trail yesterday, and I feel empowered by that, and I feel blessed to have had that Bobcat show up and show me the way down the path for, it was certainly less than 3 seconds. That was one quick Bobcat, but still, I got the message. Thank you.